when they asked, well, what do you do? Well, matter of fact, I'm going through a transition phase from a high-performance athlete, and I'm on the ACC. That's not a good selling point, yeah. And it really cuts you down. I think I was clocked at doing about 85k an hour, so I'm going considerably fast. A lady motorist coming the other way just misinterpreted the speed and made a right-hand turn in front of me, and it was an accident, but an accident which changed my life forever.
And I thought, a car door's opened and he's gone into it. Little did I imagine, how bad it was. It was, very traumatic.
Broken ulna, broken radius, tibia and whatnot, but you fracture your skull, that's another story. I was in a coma for 30 days, but the doctors could tell because my fitness just helped me tremendously get through. I learned everything again. I couldn't believe it. The brain, you learn how to walk, talk, tie a shoelace, everything. That was pretty much a day or two after I got admitted to hospital. Yeah, skin and bones.
Very traumatic.
It affects me more than I actually realise. Of course, the cognitive details are lacking. Yeah, it can be hard.
But look at this photograph, very young boy.
That would have been 1 or 2 years.
Fraser always wanted to be seen as normal. He didn't want to be seen as a disabled person. Yeah, so that was in the back of his mind, He had a complete change of personality, really, from one who was, very humorous and funny. And and his fuse was pretty short, and he could blow his stack.
I'd get out on the bike and deal with the frustrations, take it out on the road, just miles on miles. In '94, my first organ title that I won, and that was just a year after my accident, and there I was on the front page of the Herald, and this is going from a person who's virtually dead, and then coming back, and just like, hey, showing the people, you can do it. And this is to my philosophy. Shit may happen, and showing it's possible. And and my life's been quite an adventure. I was so out there, and had so much more energy and zest in myself, and hey, I can do anything. Triathlon bug got me, and 2013, I did my first Ironman. Attitude Pictures picked up my story and said, "You've always wanted to represent your country. Why don't you think about Rio?" And I was like, "Are you serious? Are you calling me a para-athlete?" I never realised that. When I came back, it was very, very hard to get back onto ACC. At the time of my accident, I was 16. They couldn't take 80% of my part-time job to pay that wage. So a low P is loss of potential earnings, and that was set at the bare minimum. Works out for me as 47-year-old, $618 a week, and these days you just can't live off that.
I think that he should be entitled to a bit more support financially to survive, because in this day and age, I mean, the cost of living and everything is just diabolical, very limiting. Where he'd like to, stay in Tauranga, he'd be better on his own, in a place of his own. But financially, it's impossible at this stage.
It affects me from everything I do. You can't pretty much do anything. Yeah, it all revolves around money, and because of a lack of income, it sort of it cuts my socialising. It cuts meeting a partner. It cuts so many things. I like just to fit in with the average Joe Blogs, and that where, you can't. My whole life is was built around my sport for so long, and then right now, no, I'm doing zilch, and that's real sad. I just walking the dog is my outlet, and and I'm really missing the social interaction. Being someone who knows it's not right and there's a fight, but you're trying to advocate for yourself, and suffering from a traumatic brain injury, it's very hard, and it gets very frustrating, and I'd very much prefer not even to have to deal with them, and they're out of my life, but the fact is they're going to be in my life for the rest of my life. It's so frustrating. The system is broken. It needs to be changed.